Welcome to the world of zero-waste living. Did you know that the average American generates about 4.4 pounds of trash each day? That's around 1,600 pounds a year. Shocking, right? But it gets worse. Over 90% of this waste ends up in landfills, where it can take centuries to break down. This introduction isn't just about the numbers, though. It's about exploring a lifestyle that aims to cut down waste and protect our planet. Zero-waste living isn't just a trend, it's a necessary shift towards sustainability. But let's be real, it's not always easy. Many people dive into this lifestyle, only to feel overwhelmed by the challenges. In this video, we'll break down the key aspects of zero-waste living. From the truth about waste-free shopping to unique DIY cleaning hacks, and how to pack light for eco-friendly travel, we'll cover it all. Plus, we'll dive into the mental challenges that come with trying to live sustainably. Are you ready to discover how to make a difference, one small step at a time? Let's jump in and explore how zero-waste living actually works, and why it's tougher than it sounds. Chapter 1. The truth about waste-free shopping. It's harder than you think. When you think of zero-waste living, shopping without plastic bags or packaging might seem simple. But in reality, it's much more complicated. A study from the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, found that 30% of municipal waste in the US comes from packaging. That's a lot. And avoiding it? Easier said than done. If you've ever tried to shop zero waste, you know that bulk food stores are a rare find. Not everyone has access to them, especially if you live in a rural or suburban area. Plus, even when you do find them, not all items are available in bulk. For example, it's nearly impossible to find snacks, condiments, or dairy without packaging. Some stores might even make you bring your own containers, which takes extra planning. One strategy to work around this is to buy in bulk online from eco-conscious companies. Some businesses, like Loop and Package Free Shop, deliver goods in reusable containers that you can send back. But even this can be expensive and time-consuming. Another trick is to shop at local farmers markets. Most vendors are happy to let you use your own bags, and you can avoid all that unnecessary plastic. A bonus? You support local businesses. But again, this requires planning. Not everyone has a market close by, and it's not always open every day. Even when shopping zero waste, it's important to understand that perfection is impossible. Author B. Johnson, in her book Zero Waste Home, stresses that zero waste is not about perfection, but about making better choices. Sometimes, you'll have to choose the lesser evil, and that's okay. Chapter 2. DIY cleaning hacks, eco-friendly or eco-fail. Making your own cleaning products sounds great, right? After all, it's cheaper and avoids all the harmful chemicals. But does it really work? The answer, sometimes. One popular DIY cleaner is a simple mix of vinegar and baking soda. According to the American Cleaning Institute, this combination is great for cutting through grease and grime. But it's not a cure-all. Vinegar, for example, isn't effective against bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli. So, while it's great for windows and countertops, it won't work for disinfecting. For a true zero-waste hack, try Castile soap. It's a plant-based soap that works on everything from dishes to floors. Dr. Bronner's, one of the most well-known brands, is completely biodegradable and comes in plastic-free packaging. Another DIY cleaning solution gaining popularity is soap nuts. These are actually dried berries that release natural saponins when mixed with water. They've been used for centuries in countries like India and Nepal. While they're great for laundry, some people find they aren't strong enough for heavy-duty cleaning. If you're not up for making your own, there are also refillable cleaning products like Blueland or Grove Collaborative. These companies sell concentrated cleaning tablets that you mix with water in reusable bottles. It cuts down on packaging waste but still offers the convenience of a store-bought cleaner. Chapter 3. Zero-waste food storage. More than just mason jars have become the poster child for zero-waste food storage. But let's be honest, there are only so many jars you can fit in your kitchen. Luckily, there are other creative, eco-friendly storage options. One of the best alternatives is beeswax wraps. Made from cloth coated in beeswax, they're a reusable replacement for plastic wrap. Plus, they can last up to a year if you take care of them. The downside? You can't use them for raw meat or anything super greasy, but they're perfect for sandwiches, veggies, or covering a bowl. For freezer storage, try silicone bags. Unlike plastic, silicone is durable, heat-resistant, and doesn't leach chemicals. Brands like Stasher offer bags that can go from freezer to oven without issue. They're a little pricey up front, but they can last for years, making them a worthwhile investment. Another option to consider is compostable parchment paper or recycled aluminium foil. While it's still technically disposable, it breaks down much faster than traditional plastic wrap. For those who bake or freeze often, this can be a more sustainable option. In her book Waste Not, author Erin Rhodes suggests thinking creatively about repurposing things you already own. Old glass jars from store-bought sauces, metal tins, and even cloth napkins can be great storage solutions if used correctly. One last trick: don't be afraid to freeze food without any wrapping. For example, you can place bread or berries directly on a tray in the freezer and store them in reusable containers once frozen. It reduces the need for single-use plastics while keeping your food fresh. If you're enjoying this content and want to learn more about living a sustainable lifestyle, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have tons of tips and tricks coming your way. Chapter 4: Sustainable Fashion, Beyond Thrifting, How to Avoid Fast Fashion and Still Look Good. Sustainable fashion isn't just about thrifting anymore. Sure, second-hand shopping is a great place to start, but there's so much more you can do to reduce your clothing footprint. Fast fashion is one of the biggest polluters. In fact, the United Nations Environment Programme reports that the fashion industry is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. One strategy for slowing down your consumption is building a capsule wardrobe. This concept, made popular by minimalist bloggers like Courtney Carver, is all about owning a few versatile pieces that you can mix and match. You only need about 30–40 high-quality items to create outfits for any occasion. It simplifies your wardrobe, and you end up wearing what you own more often. Another unique approach is upcycling. Instead of tossing old clothes, transform them into something new. Got a worn-out t-shirt? Cut it into cleaning rags or sew it into a reusable tote bag. In her book The Conscious Closet, author Elizabeth L. Klein shares that upcycling saves resources and helps extend the life of your clothes. If you're not into DIY, look for clothing swaps in your community. These events allow people to trade gently used clothes with others. You get a new wardrobe without buying anything new. And you don't need to wait for formal events. Organize a swap with friends or neighbors. For new purchases, consider ethical fashion brands that focus on sustainability. Brands like Patagonia and Eileen Fisher offer clothes made from recycled materials and promote fair labor practices. Though they can be more expensive, these pieces are often more durable, saving you money in the long run. Lastly, focus on repairing your clothes. Learning a few basic sewing skills, like replacing buttons or fixing small holes, can make your garments last for years. It's simple, and you don't need a sewing machine. Just a needle, thread, and a bit of patience. Chapter 5: Zero Waste Travel, Navigating the Eco-Traps on the Go. Traveling zero waste can feel like a losing battle. Airports, hotels, and restaurants are often overflowing with single-use plastics. According to a report by the International Air Transport Association, airlines generate 5.7 million tons of cabin waste annually, everything from food packaging to plastic cutlery. One way to reduce waste while traveling is to pack light and smart. Bring your own reusable items like a water bottle, utensils, and even a travel coffee cup. You can refuse single-use plastics at most places if you have these basics with you. Collapsible containers, like Stojo cups, are compact and perfect for travelers. When flying, be sure to opt out of in-flight meals if you can. Not only is the packaging wasteful, but the food quality is often low. Instead, pack your own snacks in reusable containers. This small change can make a big difference over time. For lodging, look for eco-friendly hotels or Airbnb hosts that prioritize sustainability. Some accommodations offer recycling programs, use renewable energy, or even provide composting options. Apps like Ecosia Travel can help you find these options easily. You should also consider carbon offset programs when booking flights. Companies like MyClimate allow you to calculate the carbon emissions from your trip and donate to projects that reduce CO2 emissions. It's not a perfect solution, but it's better than nothing. Finally, use public transport or rent bikes to explore your destination. This not only cuts down on emissions but also gives you a more immersive travel experience. As travel writer Rick Steves once said, travel with a purpose, and you'll find it's not only rewarding, but it's also surprisingly sustainable. Thank you for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us on this journey toward a more sustainable lifestyle, and let's make a difference together, one step at a time.